All right, so I'm Matthew Carter, recent meteorology graduate from Valparaiso University, um, and I'll be forecasting weather for the DC area. So, to begin off, um, looking at current conditions, um, as you can see, it's around, as of 15Z or around 10 a.m., it was around 39 degrees in DC with winds out of the southwest. Um, we'll be expecting temperatures to warm up throughout the day into likely the low 50s. Um, so looking at some modeling for our area, this is the HER model. You can see the temperature will warm into the low 50s, 51 in DC by later on at around 3 p.m. today. Um, and then cooling down overnight into the 40s, in the lower 40s, before warming up again tomorrow into the low 50s, around 53, so a few degrees warmer tomorrow than today. Then, by Wednesday evening, we can expect a cold front to move into the area, as you can notice with these changes in wind direction, um, with colder air driving in by the day Thursday, and much cooler temperatures, with temperatures in the early morning only in the low to mid 20s. Looking at precip as well, there looked like there could have been a chance of snow earlier in the forecast a few days ago, looking at models. But there's been a shift in the model forecast over time, and it looks like there will really mostly be rain overnight Wednesday night. Potentially a very brief period of snow late Wednesday night into early Thursday, but I don't think that'll amount to very much given the very brief nature of it, especially right around DC. It looks like it might snow for a bit longer if you go further east and south into Virginia and onto the eastern shore of Maryland, um, and areas around there, such as like Easton, um, potentially places like Charlottesville, Williamsburg, down further south, out into Delaware, and then up along the coast, even up to it's like the New York area. It looks like there could be more sustained snow out there, but right in the immediate DC area, it's really not amounting to much, as you can see there, 0.1 inches. So potentially we could see very brief snow, but I don't think it'll be much other than something to talk about, just sort of conversational snow at the end of the day. Um, and looking at a bit longer range modeling, after that snow chance moves out, there's not major precipitation over the next several days, potentially a brief snow shower or two, but no major precipitation, and temperatures could cool down for a bit as well, as we can see on the temperature outlook for the future. Once we have that big cool down on Thursday, temperatures will stay in around the 20s most of the day Thursday, and cool temperatures for most of the next several days, as we can see here, getting back down into the 20s. But given the dry conditions, with these cold temperatures below freezing, there still isn't any major snow risk for the immediate future in our area. Um, and then I also created a little 7-day forecast for our area, looking at the forecast for the DMV specifically through, I guess it's 6-day forecast or 5-day. So 5-day forecast for our area. That graphic is wrong. Looking at the forecast for the DMV area, this is just what I could fit into one page. But it looks like today we should expect as clouds to build more as we get later on in the day. But right now there's very clear conditions, so I put a partially cloudy skies in for today. Given the Very clear conditions earlier in the morning and clouds building later on in the day. Winds will be out of the south at around 10 miles per hour. And as I said, temperatures would warm throughout the day today into the low 50s with a high of 51 and a low of 42 degrees. Once we get into tomorrow, there will be building clouds tomorrow throughout the day, and we should expect cloudy skies um, ahead of the passage of the cold front and the rain slash snow chances brief that are fairly that aren't a lot of rain or snow, but those chances as I showed you earlier Wednesday night. So we should expect more cloud cover ahead of those chances of precipitation. Temp winds, light winds of only around 5 miles per hour out of the south, which will likely keep warm air, which will likely bring warm air into our area with those southerly winds, resulting in a high of 53 degrees and fairly mild weather for this time of year. And then once that cold front moves through Wednesday night, temperatures will cool drastically with a low of 24 degrees um, after that cold front passes. By Thursday, there will be mostly sunny skies again after the passage of that cold front. Winds out of the northwest and much stronger winds at around 15 miles per hour, and highs only around 29 degrees, with lows only around 20 degrees. Those northwest winds will drive in much colder air into our region. By Friday, expect um, partially sunny skies, still cool temperatures, but warming up uh, from Thursday with winds of 10 miles per hour out of the south. So those southerly winds generally indicate warmer air moving in, and we can see that warm up from Thursday into Friday, but given how cold it was Thursday, it's still pretty cold on Friday with a high of 36 and a low of 31 degrees. And and we can see that continuing trend of warming temperatures into Saturday. Partially sunny skies, winds only around 5 miles per hour out of the northwest, but a high of 48 degrees and a low of 27 degrees. And that'll conclude my forecast for today. I hope you like this and will want to check out things like this again in the future. Um, I can keep trying to do things like this and um, I'll hopefully bring very accurate forecasts for you to sort of consume, digest. Um, so when there's a chance of major weather in our area, such as major snowstorms, major severe weather events. Right now, things are very calm, as I mentioned before. Um, but, with these colder temperatures as we continue on into January and potentially February, as I showed you far out, it looked fairly cold. So if that trend continues, maybe there will be eventually a large precipitation event and a lot of snow in our region. But as of now, that just hasn't happened, and it's stayed fairly dry whenever it's gotten cold in our region. Um, and you can see there is some cloud cover. As I mentioned, there will be more clouds later on in the day today. And I'll just show you here before I go. You can see those clouds out in the Ohio, West Virginia area moving east towards our region for later on today. But right now, very clear conditions here on this satellite imagery. So that'll conclude my video. I hope you like this, and I look forward to forecasting and continuing to forecast as a meteorologist here for our region. Thank you.